What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We finally got all the parts ordered for the Arctic Cat right here. See, we got, let's check these out. We have this is our intake manifold boot right here. I believe this is our big coil. I get the coil for it as well. Coil. This looks like the ignition switch as well. Okay, and then we got the piston, cheaper brand of pistons. I didn't want to go too much, but I've had luck with these in the past, so I'm just gonna go with one. Everything comes with rings and everything. I already looked at it all. And then the fun stuff, what's this? We have our gaskets as well. Got those in today, about 30 minutes ago. We got our new head. A new cylinder head right here. As you can tell, it's not blown apart. I cleaned this up with some oil and everything. I put them together, just seated them. Everything looked right. Now I hope everything is right. Our cylinder as well, we got a new cylinder. This one's nice. No gashes in there or anything. We should be really good with that. I did do a fresh clean on the carburetor. I didn't want to do that on camera. I mean, most people know how to clean the carburetor. If you don't, I could do a separate video on that. Yeah, I just went through it. It's not pretty, but no more clogged jets anymore. The one thing I am worried about is these lobes right here. There's an obvious edge, quite a big one as well. And I'm hoping that we don't have to buy new rockers, because rockers by themselves were expensive. A new cylinder head was probably 70 bucks. Which I don't have a problem spending that money, but I'd rather not. Okay, so I'll start by lay the gaskets down, everything, and get that in the machine, or there is one right now. Pull that guy off right here. Yep. I'll get everything ready to go, and I'll get back to you. Okay, we have our gasket on there right now. Just finished putting that on. Now I'll start transferring over parts from the old cylinder and stuff over to this one. I already did the water stuff, the pump or thermostat housing, whatever it is. Now we'll start doing that's the tensioner. So we'll leave the tensioner for the end. For now, I think the cylinder's done. Yeah. So now what we'll do is we'll come over here and put that on. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, so I'll get back to you guys when I get that. Correction, I don't know what I was thinking. We need to get the piston on there. So let's break that out. The old gasket actually broke when I put the head on there. I don't know why. This is actually the new gasket. That's really shitty. So I hope we don't have any more issues with that. But what we'll do, break out the pistons. I'm gonna put the rings on first, because getting a ring on in that space is kind of annoying. So let me get back to you guys when I have everything out laid out, and I'll talk to you about it and tell you what's what. Okay, so obviously you have your piston. On the top, you'll see an exhaust, and it just tells you exhaust on this one. So obviously that means the piston's gonna be facing this way, and here you have your little, what do you even call them, snap ring deals that go in here with the wrist pin. That's what this is. This will slide in there once you get it on the rod, and then these will pop in both sides on there, and that'll hold everything together. And now the confusing part for some people, your rings. So you have your oiler ring right here. This will go on your most bottom ring, which is a thick one right there. And it'll go, I don't know if these are numbered or not. Look, I don't think they are. I don't think it matters. Yeah, no. So these will go it'll go one of these, this, and then a sandwich the oiler ring between that, and then it'll go this on top. What this ring does is it'll oil that comes up to the piston, it'll go in those, and it'll go in those little grooves. It'll oil up and lube up the cylinder. Unlike a two-stroke where you have to mix the fuel with oil, so it lubes up the cylinder because it doesn't have that oiler ring. And now another really confusing part for some people is your compression rings, which are these guys right here. Thankfully, these ones are labeled first. If you can see that. First and top. And this one should say second. Well, it says top as well, but second. So your second would be on the bottom, and then your first one would be on the top. You want to be kind of careful with these. People say they break super easily. They do, but not if you are careful. So I'll throw these on real fast and just show you what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like after being done. Obviously, the rings are hanging off a little bit, but when you'll squeeze these down, and then they'll slide into the piston, and basically this will keep, the piston will keep it squeezed together, not the piston, the cylinder. So with these rings, you can see the openings there, and then the other one is right there. You want to keep them staggered. Why? I can't exactly remember. But that's what I was told to do doing this. And also same with the oil ring, all the little gaps, you want to keep them staggered. You see one right there, and somewhere on the other side. Anyways, yep. And then we'll break open these guys, and I'll just kind of give you the gist of this, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Okay. This is before the wrist pins, and everything. Slid right in there. Now I'll go to put one side in, and I'll do the other. You want to be very careful with these, because if this goes flying across the room, you'll probably never find it. So you need to keep an eye out for this, and cover your bottom end. Cover that so this does not go in there. Okay, we got the snap rings, the wrist pin rings, and they clicked in this place. Make sure they click into the little gap over here. Can't really see it. There's a little gap right here where it's a little shinier. Yeah, so it seats into place there. Now that thing ain't going anywhere. All the rings are set in there and everything. Make sure both sides click in, and then you're ready to put your cylinder on. What I do, I don't know where the wire went. I take a piece of wire, just speaker wire, whatever you got. Could be bale wire as well. Where'd it go? Or zip tie. Zip tie's fine. You have to use a couple of them though. Yeah. So take a zip tie. And what you'll do is you'll basically, when you get your cylinder, when you get the timing chain slot over this, can't forget to put the timing chain deal in there. But when you get this over here, you want to slide the timing chain through the hole, and then you want to tie it up to the frame so that way it doesn't drop into the cylinder, and you don't have to play the game of getting it out, which is no fun. So I'll get back to you when I get that figured out. So that one pretty smooth. Got it on, just a little bit of messing with it, and it seated and everything. Now what we'll do is we'll get these bolts on there. I think just these two. Yeah, it looks like just those two for right now. Get those on there, and I'll get back. I'm on, tighten down quite a bit. Now we get the cylinder head and the gasket. Let's go take a look at that real fast. So obviously you have your timing chain side here, timing chain, exhaust, intake. Clearly you can see the difference. Exhaust is black, intake is shiny. See that? I already got the water pump and everything. Not the water pump, but the thermostat deal hooked up. We'll get our cam going too. And should be good to go. This is where we have to set timing. So we'll do that as well. Make sure everything looks good. I'll give it right back to you when I check everything out. Okay. This is looking fine. Obviously we're gonna need the timing, which our timing marks are non-existent. Is that it? Oh yeah, I think that's it right there. We'll mess with that when we get it in there. But we'll set the time. Let me get this all put on, and I'll get back to you guys whenever I finish putting that on and everything. Okay, cylinder head is on. It took a little finagling. The oilers, let me show you. These are oilers right here. They send oil through, and everything, and they keep everything aligned as well. It was getting kind of caught, but I figured it out and got them all on there. So those are good to go. Obviously, this is a bad head. Not savable, scrap metal, or just like a cool thing to have on the shelf. Yeah, now on this one, I will start to put the hardware on. I'll get back to you when I have all the hardware on. I had just torqued down the head bolts. The torque specs is, I think it's 27.5 pounds. So I think I rounded 26, or yeah, right around there, because you know you can't get exact with this for the most part. But yeah, now, and this is all secured. I have all these tightened, everything, all the small bolts tightened. Now it's on to the other head studs, and then it's on the valve cover. So I'll do all that, and first off, I'm gonna put these in, and then we need to set the timing. So I'll get with you guys on that. I got timing set. Took a little bit, but I'll show you how I did it. So obviously you got your timing chain and everything. Take off your tensioner if you're doing this without it. Take off your tensioner. And then you'll look and see these two horizontal marks. Usually it's on the flywheel and it's gonna be pointing straight up on the flywheel. The cam gear. This one, they're right there. 2 marks going right there. And then on your, hard to see this, I guarantee it. There's a tiny black, yeah, you can barely see it. There's a mark right there. And you want to line those up horizontally when that's right there, because that's top dead center. And that's how you set your timing. Now I'm going to get everything else on, and I'll show you what it looks like after I do that. Now we're just throwing these guys on. If I can get it to... yeah, I'll come back. But throwing these on, I was struggling with the tensioner, so I stopped on that. Probably should get this head bolt tightened down and everything. Getting a little gun-ho here. Yeah, I'll get all this tidied up, and I'll get back to you guys, and hopefully mess with the timing. Mess with the tensioner, and this was really tricky. I didn't even know how to do it at first. Tightening these down. So in your tensioner, there's a flathead kind of deal right there, and you have to remove a 10mm bolt, and you have to back that screw up to take the pressure off the plunger. And see how that just like just went, the plunger, the thing just went back. If you unscrewing that, it'll pull it back and take tension off, so you can slide it in there. And when you let go, it'll go out, and then it's stuck there pretty much. And then all you do is tighten it back up and everything. That took me a little to figure out. After I get that done, hooking up water, putting coolant in it, and then oil. And then I'm gonna put the new coil on and the spark plug. Hook up the ignition, and I think we'll be good. The motor mount. I'll get back to you when I do all of that. It will fire up. Let me give it a little bit of juice. Bam. So, hey, that's awesome. So now what we're gonna do is, just look at this. This is on the other one, the new one, the old one. This is hard. How am I supposed to put that on there? I don't get it. I'll figure it out. But now it's time for the exhaust. Exhaust and then the carburetor, which is very simple to mount on. And then the airbox stuff goes right on top of here. Sweet. Everything is done. I'm struggling to find this vacuum line. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to it or anything. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I fired it up already. Be alright. Hopefully it's getting fuel. I'm gonna try to run it and see if she sucks fuel and everything. Fingers crossed. It's the next day. It's about 11 o'clock. I have to leave at 3 o'clock, or actually 2 o'clock for a soccer game. So we got limited time. First order of business, right here on the seal is leaking when it runs. I need to get a video of it running for you guys. So that's first plan. I'm gonna put gasket sealer all on the top of that, and hopefully it helps with that. But I'll show you guys the process of that. I'm getting the head off right now, not the valve cover off, so I'll show you guys that. Get my 10 mil out here. Basically all we're doing is we're just loosening these guys. And yeah, I'll show you that when it's done. I got all my bolts laid out, like I said before. You know, heads facing, you know, it's the way it is, just flipped upside down. It ran fine with these rockers, so I think it'll be okay, maybe. I just cleaned all this, got all the oily stuff off. Now I'm gonna take some of this blue one, just glop it on there, make sure I get everything, especially this, because this was leaking. And hopefully it won't leak. I'm gonna let it sit for about 15. I'm gonna go inside, let it sit for about 30 minutes, 30 to 45, and I'll come back and put it on. All right, here's what it looks like after I cleaned it up a little bit. I globbed it on there. I kind of use this technique where I come across the edge of it, and I just kind of push a little bit. See how it kind of gets on the edge, like that. Just kind of did that the whole way around it. And then after, I would just come around with a zip tie on the edge, or you can use your finger, but up to you. Just run it along the edge. I clean out all the oil stuff like that. Make sure you get everything good and clean like that. It doesn't have to be incredibly thick, because sometimes it will squeeze into the case, and that stuff will come off eventually and cycle through the motor. That's not good. So a lot of people say this is horrible stuff. Depends on how you use it. Everything looks good. My timing's set good still. Yeah, I think should be good to go. Gonna let this sit for about an hour 45, and I'll come back and ready to put it on. It's tightened up now. This worries me a little bit. Oil got on that. It's a little funky, but I think we should be okay, maybe, hopefully. But yep, I'll just wait till tomorrow, let that sit and everything before I start cycling oil all over that. And then, yeah, after that, put everything back together, hopefully. It won't leak. And I have a gasket for this coming as well. It is leaking a lot of oil out of that side. I've opened that side 4 times. 4 times. This thing runs good though. Let's see if it'll fire up. Come on. Maybe not today. Get some fuel. No, she don't want to today. Keys on. Huh. I guess it's not on fire, but yeah, that one runs good. So I'll get back to you guys tomorrow whenever this is done. Runs great. Just ran it for about 5 minutes. Threw it all back together. The only thing I'm missing from it is this little compartment here, and some of these latches that go to the glove box, which is annoying because it like pops open. And yeah, I don't know if I need to zip tie this down or something, but I mean, runs really good. Up the idle just a tad bit. Go drive it. First gear. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. That's weird about it is the four-wheel drive is stuck on. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's kind of annoying. That's where we're gonna end this Arctic Cat stuff, this series with this one. It was fun. It was really fun. Just a little couple more things I have to do to it, but for the main part, everything is done. I can make little updates with it. We also painted the front rack too. It's not the best, but I mean, it was not too bad. Just a quick spray paint job. There's still like that axle boot. I'm probably gonna end up changing that up there, and then hopefully fixing that four-wheel drive with a switch. I saw a switch. The switch said it was $200, $130, $140. That's crazy. Yep. All right. Thanks for watching.